Hey there, if you ever feel like you want to put your partner on trial, then this video is for you. I'm Sharani Pathak, welcoming you from the Center for Soulful Relationships in Silicon Valley, right here in San Jose, California. And I work with couples and individuals that really struggle in their relationships. And one of the big themes that I see over and over and over again is that most of the time when we get into like an uncomfortable feeling, or things start to feel really difficult for us, or when our partner is rubbing us into inviting us deeper into our healing, we want to put them on trial. We get upset. We just start to go into that place of they're the problem and they're wrong and they're guilty and it's their fault and they're the ones that did it all. And so instead of doing that, my invitation for you today is going to be just sitting with the possibility of, rather than putting your partner on trial, what would it be like if you were to put your thoughts on trial instead? Yeah. I'm going to let that sink in for a second. And when I say that, really, most of the times what gets in the way is we start to go into these stories, and these stories that are in our heads are based on all of the experiences that we've ever had in our lives. And so it's like we've got this filing cabinet full of, or actually I like to call it a movie, but this filing cabinet full of scenes from our life. And so when our partner starts to act a certain way, and it like triggers like an alert in one of the files in the system, in this filing system of, our life, what happens is we go into the story of what happened then versus staying present in what's happening now. And so therefore, most of the time when you want to go put your partner on trial, and and then you're the judge and the jury who's putting your partner on trial because your partner is pissing you off or whatever it might be, really the most helpful and productive thing you can do is to take a pause, take a step back, and to say, okay, I'm feeling triggered right now, and I want to put my partner on trial, and I want to be the judge and the jury too. And just to say, okay, I'm having an awareness that I want to do this. And because I have an awareness that I want to do this, I can then have an awareness that, oh, something from that grand filing cabinet of all the scenes of my life is being triggered right now. And so what you can do instead is take that pause, take that step back, and start to put your thoughts on trial instead of putting your partner on trial. And what this process looks like is you just simply sit with all the thoughts and all the feelings that are occurring and try to do as little damage as possible in your relationship with your partner as you are sitting with and evaluating the truth to your own thoughts. Because a lot of the times what happens is your partner is really a great person and they're just triggering you and rubbing you into a story based on what's happened in your lifetime. And so when you go into this story place, it's about, okay, I'm having a story. What is the story? Okay, I think that my partner is unsupportive. Well, let's put that thought on trial. Is that true? Is my partner really unsupportive? Or is something else going on here? Is my inner little girl or inner little boy being triggered by something else? And is that really that there's something else going on? And when you're able to do that, you can get clarity, and you don't cause as much wreckage in your relationship by trying to put your partner on trial, because then you have an opportunity to sit with and say, oh, no, this isn't actually a true thought today, because the truth is my partner is really supportive. He shows up for me in so many ways. And so the truth and the reality is that oh, there's a part of me and a story within me that's getting triggered and activated. That's a story based in the past of stuff that's already happened in my life. And that, the way it's coming into my life now is because I am replaying it. I am just here having the spin out and I'm replaying it. And that's all that's happening right now. And it's not that my partner's not supportive, or if you come to find that, oh, my partner is being unsupportive in this one area, as long as I don't put him on trial and I sit instead with my own thoughts and put my own thoughts on trial, then I'll be better able to approach him and say, hey, honey, I actually didn't feel supported when XYZ happened. And what do you think about that? And to start that dialogue in that way. However, most of the time, it's not that your partner's not supportive. It's that you went into a story. And the reality is that your partner is supportive. And that's usually what ends up happening. So you don't have any need to cause wreckage or chaos or trauma or drama in your relationship by trying to put your partner on trial. And now, as I was mentioning on the other side, sometimes you do sit and you do put your thoughts on trial and you decide, wow, there actually might be some truth to this. Maybe my partner could show up for me differently in X, Y, or Z way. And then you have that opportunity, as I mentioned, to be able to say to your partner, hey, when this happened, I felt this way. What do you think about that? And in that, there's no judgment, there's no shame, there's no blame. It's simply you stating what your experience was and opening the space to the realm of curiosity for what else might be other experiences. And so that's what you can do when you start to feel like you're aching and itching and triggered as all hell and want to put your partner on trial. What I invite you instead is to put those thoughts on trial, assess the validity of those thoughts in this present moment today. And if there's nothing to be done, great, you've just done the inner work around navigating some of your triggers. And if there is work to do, great, and something needs to be said, fabulous. You get to open up a non-judgmental, non-shaming, non-blaming dialogue with your partner. And as you do that, you'll start to see that you feel more comfort and more ease in your relationships, not only with your partner and also with yourself. Because when you feel at ease, it makes being in your relationship a whole lot easier as well. So that's my little tidbit and tip for you today, a super short one on what to do when you want to put your partner on trial, and a little bit about the center. Here at the Center for Soulful Relationships in Silicon Valley, what we do is we support individuals and couples who are experiencing experiences just like this. So if any of this feels familiar or sounds familiar, please, I invite you to check out our website and see if we might be the right fit for you. And I'll drop a link to that in the comments. So thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed what you heard and think that others might be able to benefit, then please help me spread the word by hitting the share button or inviting your friends to like, because, this work is really important to me and to our world today. Because if we keep getting ourselves in these like rubs and taking it out on each other as opposed to taking ownership of what is ours, we're going to continue to see a whole lot of what we're seeing in our world today. And I think that you and I would agree, we'd much rather see a different reality than the one we have today. So if we can support you, check out our website and have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me both on Facebook and Instagram live today. So thank you. Have a great day.